Yo, there is no slow walk in this one. Let's go. We have big news. Big, exciting news. Holy shit. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. Come on. And action. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. And in today's Division 2 video, we are going to talk about the new PTS for Title Update 17? 16? Yeah, Title Update 16, which will be going live in September. However, the public test server starts in 2 days. That's right. Mark your calendars, because this PTS comes out in 2 days and we have the patch notes, and holy crap, are these patch notes stacked. This is going to be a huge PTS. We're going to be testing new legendary stuff. We're going to be testing new countdown stuff. We're going to be testing new weapons. We're going to be testing new gear, new exotics, new gear sets, new brand sets. Like, come on. It's stacked. Not only that, but I'm not even gonna, let's just get into it. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already. And let's jump over to Twitter, because this is where all the information is. You would have already had this information hours ago if you follow me on Twitter. So remember, don't forget, at Kamikazevondoom. Check me out on Twitter. We have just hit over 3,500 followers. We're making our way to 51,000 subscribers and 12.5 million views. And then just a reminder, tomorrow, I will be doing a live stream in the morning to celebrate 50,000 subs. So stop by. We'll try to do maybe like some countdown carries, maybe some floor 10 carries, maybe some raid carries. It just depends on who's there. I mean, hell, we could even play survival for all I care. But we'll do a live stream tomorrow morning, and we'll hang out. We'll do whatever. So remember, that is for tomorrow, our live stream to celebrate 50,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the support. Now, Friday, it's all about the PTS for Season 10. Here it is. So, the Division game tweeted, the Season 10 PTS Phase 1 will be live this Friday, the 19th of August. Exact times to follow. We're excited to share what's coming and looking forward to hearing your feedback. Here are the patch notes, sizes, and forums. All right, here we go. I hope you guys are ready. Okie dokie. Let's just put in a random date. Blah, blah. Boom. There we go. All right. So welcome to Phase 1 of PTS Season 10. Womp, womp, womp. And this was posted up by a community representative, UB April. All right. Here we go. So the patch notes we can preload on Thursday at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. So Thursday, you can preload the PTS. Now remember that the PTS is going to be on PC only. It is forever going to be on PC only, because it is a test server where Microsoft and Sony, they make the developers jump through hoops and make sure that these servers are, whatever, maintained. And PC has a little less strenuous guidelines to follow. So they're able to just throw the test server out on PC, let us all test it, and then they can finalize it before, pushing it to all of the platforms. Where if they had to set it up for Xbox and PlayStation, they would have to make it more polished and more finished before they could let, Microsoft and Sony, sign off on it. Anyways, it's going to be on PC only. You can preload it on Thursday, and the PTS will start on Friday. Goes live on Friday, the 19th, exact times to follow. Now, it's going to be 85 gigabytes. If you do not have, without PTS build on Connect. If your PTS build is already on Connect, it's only going to be 6 gigabytes. So you can go ahead and preload. You can download the PTS right now onto your Ubisoft Connect, and then this update would only be 6 gigs. So instead of preloading 85 gigs on Thursday, if you don't have the PTS, download the PTS now if it's available, and then just download the update, the 6 gig update. All right, now here are your changes for Season 10 and Title Update 16. Man, I hope you guys have a big thing of popcorn because it's stacked. This PTS is going to be big. Starting with Countdown. So Countdown will give you those new difficulties that we talked about earlier. We have Normal, which will be able to be done solo. Hard, which is going to be a little bit easier than the difficulty we have right now. Challenging, which we have right now in Countdown. That's going to be their challenging. Oops, didn't mean to jump over there. And then we will have Heroic. So during the PTS, I'm going to try the normal mode on solo, and then I'll try Heroic with a group, and we'll see all that. I'm not too interested in the hard mode just because that's just going to be a little bit watered down from the mode we already have. I have no problems with the challenging mode because that's the mode we're already using, and it's pretty easy. So I'm worried about the Heroic. I want to see how hard it gets. And then I want to try out normal solo to see how easy it gets. Now, on top of the new difficulties, we also get new countermeasures. Now, remember, in every game of Countdown, you have those 3 terminals that have 3 different countermeasures. Now, as of right now, I believe there's only like 6 countermeasures in place. So your odds of getting the same countermeasures every single time you play are very high, where it's, taking 3 out of a pool of 6. You know what I mean? Now, this one, let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 new countermeasures. So, for example, right now, if there's only 6, the chances are you have 3 out of 6. So it's a 50-50 chance of you getting the exact same countermeasures every time you play Countdown. However, with this, you're adding another 8. So now it's going to be 3 out of 14, which will definitely help the replayability aspect because you'll get different experiences with these different countermeasures. And these ones are pretty unique, so let's talk about them. So the first one is skill suppression. Once the enemy is dead, an EMP will be deployed that can affect agents and their skills within 15 meters. Now, once we deactivate that, enemies no longer deploy a EMP after they die, and players reduce a 25% preliminary skill cooldown if they kill an enemy within 15 meters. Interesting. So the deactivation benefit is whenever you turn that terminal green instead of red, right? So the first one that I read is what the enemies get. This is a disadvantage to the player, to the agent. And then the deactivation benefit is what, helps give that advantage to the agent. So if you keep it up, whenever you kill an enemy, they will deploy an EMP, and everything within 15 meters will be disrupted. However, once you make that terminal green and you kill an enemy within 15 meters, you get 25% skill cooldown immediately. That's pretty sick. Next one, we have explosive resistance. So when it's red, the enemies gain 100% explosive resistance. Dang. However, when you turn it green, the enemies no longer have explosive resistance, and now the agents get 25% more explosive damage. That's pretty cool. That's a good one. Next one up, we have reload speed. So when the terminal is red, the agent's total speed weapon reload is decreased by 75%. Holy crap. So that means you're going to be like reloading, and it's going to take 4 seconds. Now, the deactivation benefit, when you turn that terminal green, the agents will no longer have that 75% decrease, but instead will get a 25% speed weapon reload increase. So now you're going from, you know, if you had like say I don't know, let's just say for example a 2-second reload speed, right? You join the game, you see this is one of the countermeasures. All of a sudden your 2-second reload speed is like 3.75 seconds, right? And then once you turn that terminal green, it goes from that 3.75 to what, 1.75? That's a huge, that's like almost like measured, where measured is like one or the other. It's like polar opposites. It's pretty cool. Now, the next one is armor protection. So when the terminal is red, the enemies will receive 25% of incoming armor repairs. However, when you turn that terminal green, the benefit, enemies will no longer get that armor repair, and agents will get 25% incoming armor repair. Okay. Next up, we have hostile skill damage resistance. So when the terminal is red, the enemies will gain 25% skill damage resistance. Dang. However, when you turn that terminal green, they will no longer have that resistance, and they will actually have a reduced resistance of 25%. Okay. So instead of a plus 50 on top, they're going to have a negative 25. Next up is agent hazard resistance. So when the terminal is red, the agent's hazard resistance will be reduced by 25%. However, when the terminal is green, the enemy's hazard resistance will be reduced by 25%, and our hazard protection will go back to normal. Then we have headshot resistance. So when the terminal is red, enemies' headshot resistance will be 25%. That's sick. However, whenever you turn that terminal green, they will lose that resistance, and instead the agents will gain 25% headshot. That's pretty cool. Crits. So critical resistance. This is going to be a big one. So when the terminal is red, the enemies will have reduced incoming critical chance by 25%. That is huge. However, when you turn that beacon green, they will no longer have that resistance, and instead the agents will all gain 25% crit chance. That's pretty damn big, because we only get a max of 60. So when you're going to get a 25% just right off the rip, I mean, that's huge. That is really big. Now, other changes to Countdown. They have prevented players from being kicked by the group leader before and during the extraction. This feature is now disabled. Hold on. To prevent the players from being kicked out of the group by the leader before and during the feature is now disabled. Okay. So we'll be testing that. We'll see if we can kick anybody during Countdown. Cough, cough. You better watch out, Graybeard. All right. So here's the next big part. So this is going to be the new gear. The new gear that we are getting with this next season. And we'll be able to test this in 2 days on Friday. So mark your calendars. We're going to be able to test this in 2 days. Now I'm going to go into a deep dive into this gear and the weapons and other videos leading up to the PTS. So we'll try to just go through this pretty quick. So first up, we have the new brand set, right? The new brand set is called the Arquebuz Brazos. Now, the one piece of Brazos will give you 10% skill haste. Now, 2 pieces of Brazos will give you 1 skill tier. Interesting. And then 3 pieces will give you 20% more ammo capacity. Yeah. Now, as far as the gear set, the new gear set that we will be trying out is going to be called the Umbra Initiative. Now, the Umbra Initiative will have the full set, so you'll be able to get it for all 6 slots. And it will also have a chest piece and backpack with talents that will amplify the gear set bonuses. So, for the 2-piece of the Umbra Initiative, you will get 15% crit chance. For the 3-piece, you will get 30% reload speed. And then with the 4-piece, you will get 2 different talents. That's right. This one is going to give you 2 different talents. So we have From the Shadows, and then we have Into the Light. Now, From the Shadows means you have to be in cover. Into the Light means you have to be out of cover. So let's read it. From the Shadows, while in cover, you gain 10 stacks per second to 50. So you have to stay in cover for 5 seconds. Each stack will give you 1% crit damage and 0.5% RPMs. Buff does not apply while shooting from cover. While out of cover, you will lose 4 stacks per second at a normal speed and 2 stacks per second if running. Oh, so you'll lose less stacks if you go out of cover and start running. Okay. And then Into the Light. While out of cover and in combat, you will gain 10 stacks up to 50, so 5 seconds. Each stack will give you 0.5% armor regen. Hold up. What? Every stack will give you 0.5. So that would mean we get 25% armor regen? Holy crap. Wow, dude. Holy crap. You guys reading this? While out of cover and in combat, you gain stacks up to 50. Each stack gives you 0.5% armor regen. Dang. When it is consumed. Each stack will give you armor regen when it is consumed. Stacks consume 10 stacks per second only in cover. Stacks consume only in cover. Okay, this is going to be one we're going to have to test a lot. This is a very, very interesting gear set. So you get 50 stacks, and then when you're in cover, you lose 10 stacks per second. Same as, and then as you're in cover, you'll get 10 stacks per second of the From the Shadows. So it'll take the same amount of time to lose your stacks as it would to be gaining your other stacks. And then once you consume them, you get the armor regen. So if we are losing 10 stacks per second, 10 stacks of 0.5, that's 5% armor regen per second. 5%. Okay. So that's, okay. Interesting. And then the chest will give you a talent that will increase stacks to 100 and gain stacks 20 per second from the shadows. So it'll still be 5 seconds because it'll be 20 per second up to 100. And then we will have, holy crap, we'll have 100% extra crit hit damage and 50% RPMs. Holy crap, from the chest. Wow, dude, this is super powerful. The backpack will increase stacks from 50 to 100, gain 20 per second. Yep. Oh, this is for Into the Light. So now when we're out of cover and in combat, we gain 20 stacks per second up to 100. And then that's going to give us all the other armor regen. Holy crap. Oh, man. This is going to be sick. So basically, you would want to use the chest piece and the backpack. Wow, dude. That's going to be insane. Okay. And we'll talk about these later. All right. New weapons and talents. All right. Starting with exotic weapons. Let's go. Oh, wait. This says exotic gloves. Why does this say exotic weapons when these are gloves? Anyways, here are your exotics. So the first one is going to be Dr. Home. And this is going to be a M1A CQB rifle. I don't know why it says QCB. I'm pretty sure it's a CQB. That's a fan favorite. A lot of people love to use that M1A variant, the CQB, and to give it a exotic variant is really cool. Now let's see what the talent does. The talent is also called Dr. Home. Okay. So shooting an enemy with Dr. Home will apply a mark. When killed, that mark will drop a repair kit. Okay. This kit doesn't give bonus armor. It's an armor repair kit. Only the weapon owner can see the armor repair kit. And then once you pick it up, all parties receive the heal. Dang. Okay. So that's kind of like the memento, but instead it's just for a exotic rifle. So when you get a kill, it'll drop a trophy. When you collect the trophy, you'll get 15% armor repair, and so will your teammates. Now that will not give you bonus armor. That is just normal armor repair. Pretty cool. Okay. Next up, we have the Bloody Knuckles. And these are the exotic gloves. Now, these exotic gloves will give you the talent Over the Top. So throwing a grenade or striking an enemy with a melee will activate the Seeing Red buff. Okay, so you have to melee or throw a grenade. Seeing Red buff will now grant you 25% weapon damage and 100% melee. Oh, man. Oh, dude, that's going to be overpowered. I can't wait to test this one in the PTS. The Seeing Red will last for 20 seconds. 20 seconds. It will activate if I melee you. So if I melee you, all of a sudden I have 20% weapon damage and 100% melee damage for 20 seconds. And if I'm right next to you and I just meleeed you, that's crazy strong. Do that with a Lady Death, you know what I'm saying? Dang, dude, that's sick. Now it says, while in cooldown, striking an enemy with a melee attack or hitting them with the effect of a grenade will complete the cooldown instantly. Holy crap. Bro. What? So if I'm running circles around you and I'm meleeing you, I can get the cooldown back immediately and get that weapon damage and that melee damage back immediately. That's stupid. Oh, man. This is going to be fun. I can't wait to test this one out. This is the Bloody Knuckles exotic gloves. That's going to be fun. All right, next up we have the exotic pistol. That is a variant of the lightning rod, and it's going to be called the Busy Little Bee. Okay. Now the talent is called Busy Little Bee as well. And this is each shot to a different target will increase weapon damage if the player is still shooting different targets. Each shot will increase 10% to a maximum of 200%. What? Okay. Each shot will increase your damage by 10% to a maximum of 200. So that means you could hit up to 20 enemies. They have to be all different. Players have 5 seconds to shoot between each target until they lose the stack and must do it again. When the time is over or the player shoots the same target, they will gain an additional 5% damage for each stack they were given on the next shot. The stacks will remain even if the user changes weapons. Dang. So you get your stacks up and then you switch weapons and then you get to keep those stacks until you shoot the same enemy, and then you get 5% damage for each stack. Dang. And it goes up to 20 because if each stack is 10%, maximum of 200, that means you get 20. And if you have 20 stacks and you shoot the same target, you'll get 100% damage. That's stupid, dude. That's stupid strong too. Because then you get to switch weapons just like you do with the Orbit. Dude, that's crazy. All right, named weapons. All right, named weapons, and we can already tell they have the exact same talent. Okay, so they have the exact same talent. So we have a ACS-12 shotgun and a SOCOM M1A. So we have, is the SOCOM M1A? I'm pretty sure that's a rifle. So we have a named shotgun and a named rifle. Now the talent is called Perfect Sledgehammer. Now the sledgehammer dealing damage with a grenade will now mark the target, and the target will take 40% more damage and 10% less movement speed. Holy shit. Yo, that is dumb, bro. So you could hit them with a grenade and they will do 10% less movement speed. So if you're throwing a fire grenade and you're stuck in the middle of fire, you're going to have 10% less movement speed to get out of the fire. Oh my God. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, these are good. I'm looking forward to trying these out. And then we'll get 2 new talents, Sledgehammer and then Perfect Sledgehammer. So the only difference is the unnamed version will give you 30% and 5% less movement speed, where the perfect version will give you 40% and 10% movement. Okay. Dang, that's pretty sick. I'm excited for those. Next up, we have the new Strongholds. So we're going to have new legendary Strongholds. We're going to have Tidal Basin, which we will be trying out, and we will have Manning National Zoo, both on legendary. Let me know which ones you think are going to be harder than the others and which ones you're going to be trying out first. And finally, not finally, we're still getting there. So next up, we have quality of life changes. Quality of life changes. So now they have added server time in the main menu. Interesting. Okay. So you don't have to go to photo mode to see the time on your server. Next, we have added a quantity preview for material caches that allows you to see what's inside before opening. Dang. Quantity preview for material caches. Interesting. Okay. Removed an interval of randomization for material caches to allow maximum of each material to be attained when opening the cache. To allow the maximum of each material to be obtained. Okay, interesting. Okay. Added an option to hide loot beams in the gameplay setting. Moved materials for Uzina and Heartbreaker gear sets to the correct categories. Added 2 Season 9 exotics, the Dread Edict and the Blue Screen, to the Haven and Base of Ops display walls. Added an option to sell from stash. At each vendor, players can sell stuff from their stash. Wow. Next up, we have exotics can drop in the open world from random NPCs in any activities. Please note that the drop chance percentage for the PTS has been set up much higher than the actual value. Character changes. They have added a character customization, allowing players to change body type, skin tone, and face shape after creating their character. So if you don't like your chick character and you can make him a guy, you can do that. If you want your guy character to become a girl character, you can do that. Whatever you want. Whatever skin tone, whatever face shape. Pretty cool. And is this finally? Yep. And finally, materials and resources. That says recourses. Resources, people. Come on. It says cap was raised for 3 main resources, namely food, water, and components are now up to 500. Before you could only hold 250. Now you can hold 500. Cap raised for all crafting, optimization materials, and DZ credits. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be DZ resources. For the information below, check it out. Okay, so for shade calibration, all of this, they're all $999.99. I thought they already were for some of these. The DZ resources, that's a big one because now you can hold up to $999. Before, you could only hold up to what, $300? That's a big change. I like that. Materials, these all kind of look the same. Ooh, except for the E materials. Okay. And the gear sets. Interesting. All right. And then that's it. That is it. That was a lot to go over for the PTS. This is going to be a really big PTS, and I can't wait to go over each part of it with you guys. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of spoiler warnings, just so you know, because I'm going to be going through everything during this PTS. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you have not yet followed me on Twitter, make sure you do so at Kamikazevondoom. And yeah, I guess subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell because we are doing a lot of PTS videos, not only over the weekend, but over the next few weeks. So take care, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this. I am Kamikazevondoom. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow for my live stream. And then on Friday, we will be jumping headfirst into the PTS. So stand by for that as well. But in the meantime, hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace.